Hello students, welcome back to my class. So, we were discussing about Nani Palkiwala's environmental awareness topic, that was the ailing planet, the green movement's role. And there already we have discussed about the different movements that started in 20th century, when our consciousness, our awareness about the earth and its health became more and more important. And last time we discussed that there were 4 aspects of our environment, which was mainly sustaining our life on earth, and they were mostly the fisheries, the 4 things that we discussed. One was the fishery, and another one was the forest, the third one was the grassland, and the 4th one was the cropland. So, let us just go back to those things to remind you that how we had exploited these 4 aspects of our natural resources, that through industry, because I told you in the last class about industrial revolution in the modern age in 19th century, and how it started producing a lot more products for our comfortable living, and how it affected the resources, how it deteriorated the resources. এই যে ন্যাচুরাল রিসোর্স প্রাকৃতিক সম্বলের যে অবক্ষয়টো কেনেকে বেশি বেশি হল থ্রু ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রিভলিউশন. So, you can see that due to this demand, and last time also we discussed about the population growth, that how the population grew in a very rapid speed. Up to million years we had 1 billion population, in 100 years we had another billion, in another 100 years we had 3.4 billion. So, it is a very rapidly growing population, and as a result what happened? The fisheries collapse. যিমান আমার ফিশারি ফিশ ক্যাপাসিটি আছিল নেচাৰৰ কোলাপস হৈ গ'ল, আমি মাৰি খাই শেষ কৰি দিলোঁ. ফৰেষ্টছ ডিছআপিয়াৰ, ফৰেষ্ট অৱক্ষয় হ'ল. পৃথিৱীত যিমান জংগল আছিল, ফৰেষ্ট আছিল, বহু ভাগ, more than 80% was destroyed, and grasslands are converted into barren wastelands. আমি বেছিকৈ পশুপালন কৰিলোঁ, যাৰ ফলত কি হ'ল, গ্ৰাছলেণ্ডবিলাক গ্ৰাছ শেষ হৈ গ'ল, and they became deserts or barren lands, and croplands deteriorate. আমি খেতি কৰিছিলোঁ, বছৰত হয়তো এটা খেতি কৰিছিলোঁ, এতিয়া বছৰত 3টা খেতি কৰিলোঁ, বেছি প্ৰডাকশ্যন লাগিল. We wanted more production from our croplands, so their capacities were deteriorated, অৱক্ষয় ঘটিল. In a protein conscious and protein hungry world, overfishing is common every day. In poor countries, local forests are being decimated in order to procure firewood for cooking. In some places, firewood has become so expensive that what goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside. So, as a result, what happened? Due to the population growth, we wanted more food, we wanted more fuel, we wanted more agricultural land. So, we cut down the trees, the forest, and converted it into croplands. The grazing lands were converted into deserts. So, what happened? Suddenly, in the last part of 20th century, we became conscious that in many parts of the world, particularly in poor countries, in Africa, in Asia, millions of people are remaining hungry. We have a large population having hunger. আমি তেওঁলোকক খাদ্য দিব পৰা নাই। বহু কাণ্ট্ৰিত তোমালোকে জানা আফ্ৰিকাৰ বহুত কাণ্ট্ৰিত কি হৈছে না বছৰ পিছত বছৰ তাতে মানুহ খাব পোৱা নাই, অনাহাৰত মৃত্যু ঘটি আছে। So this is only because of the deterioration of our natural resources under the pressure of our population and our greed, our love. আমি exploit করিছো, mindless exploitation of nature. And the World Bank estimates that a 5-fold increase in the rate of forest planting is needed to cope with the expected fuel wood demand in the year 2000. In 1994, the World Bank makes an estimate that we should increase our plantation. আমি গছ লগাব লাগিব, বৃক্ষৰোপণ কৰিব লাগিব। How? 5-fold, আমি যিমান কৰি আছো এতিয়া তাতকে 5 গুণা কৰিব লাগিব। If we have to meet the fuel of our population in 2000. James Speth, the president of the World Resources Institute, said the other day, we were saying that we are losing the forest at an acre a second, but it is much closer to an acre and a half to a second. प्रत्येक मिनिटत आमी प्राय 1.5 एकर मान जंगल हराई आसो। तेतिया 94 आसिल, एतिया तो आरो बहुत बेसी होइसे। So our forest is disappearing in a very fast speed. And Article 48A of the Constitution of India provides that the states shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. प्रत्येक देशत आईन बनाइছে क्यों ना आमी ন্যাচারাল রিসোর্স কেনেকে রক্ষা করিম, জঙ্গল সম্পদ রক্ষা করিম। ভারতবর্ষ তো আছে আর্টিকেল 48A তে আছে যে আমি আমার জঙ্গল সম্পদ সুরক্ষা করিম কিয় না আমার মানুষের কারণে। জঙ্গল যদি না থাকে, forest, if the forest won't be there, our climate will be severely affected, and when the climate will be severely affected, our crops will be affected, we won't get food, and there will be natural disasters, and mankind may suffer from hunger and death. So, a recent report of our Parliament's Estimate Committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion of India's forest over the last 4 decades. India, according to reliable data, is losing its forest at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. Our Parliament Committee made an estimate. This estimate is in the last decade of 20th century. Not now, it is more fast now, that every year we are losing 3.7 million acres a year. You can think how big forests every year are disappearing. So can you think what is happening? Now we are talking about global warming. So every year the temperature is rising. Why? Because such big areas of forests are disappearing. We are destroying them. And the actual loss of forest is estimated to be about 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. And he is telling what the government is giving in statistics, in real fact, it may be 8 times. 8 guna hobo pare. A 3-year study using satellites and aerial photography. So, more and more countries are joining hands, and through the satellites, through other studies, they are making an estimate. And they have found, as we discussed in the last class, that the factors responsible for this rapid depletion of natural resources or deterioration of these natural resources. And the first point was population explosion. Now we will look at the other points. Fertility falls as income rise, education spreads and health improves. This development is the best contraceptive, but development itself may not be possible if the present increase in numbers continues. And there is also another problem regarding the population growth. Governments found that when people will be more educated, people will be having more comfort of life, people will produce less number of children, because in previous days children were dying, high mortality rate of children, therefore people were producing more children. এটা পৰিয়ালত 8-10টা ল'ৰা ছোৱালী আছিল আৰু লাইফ যেতিয়া বেটাৰ হ'ব ল'ৰা ছোৱালী কমি যাব. So that is one argument. But in spite of that, we are not finding any benefit out of this. Why? Because the need of the population is growing. আগতে মানুহ এজন মানুহ যিমান ন্যাচাৰাল ৰিসোর্স ইউজ কৰিছিল, বৰ্তমানৰ মানুহ এজন তাতকে বহু গুণ অধিক ন্যাচাৰাল ৰিসোর্স ইউজ কৰি আছে. So he is telling the rich get richer, poor beget children which condemns them to remain poor. The poor people produce more children and they become more poor. The rich become rich. Once he gets the wealth, he can exploit more. So there is a difference in the population. There is growing number of rich and growing number of poor. The middle class people are gradually vanishing. But there is no alternative to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. The choice is really between the control of population and perpetuation of poverty. So what the governments will do? The government have to impose population control through sterilization, যেটো আমি বন্ধ্যাকৰণ অপাৰেশন বুলি কওঁ. So we have to make people come voluntarily. মানুহ নিজে নিজে নিজৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী সন্তান সন্ততিৰ সংখ্যাটো কমাব লাগিব. কিন্তু যদি নকমায়, দুখীয়া মানুহৰ কি হৈছে না বেছি সন্তান সন্ততি লাগে, কিয় না তাৰ रोजगाৰৰ ৰাস্তা বেছি হ'ব. Every child is a source of income for the poor man. So sometimes we have to convince him, or sometimes we have to apply the power. But if we apply power, force, it is not legal, it is not democratic, because he has the right. But we have to convince him anyway to limit our population. So the first priority for the world is to limit our own population. The population of India is estimated to be 920 million today, more than the entire population of Africa and America, South America. So he is telling, in the countries like China and India, population in Asia like Bangladesh, Indonesia, the population is a problem. We have so much of population. So for us, it is a great challenge how to make our nature, our environment sustainable. And it has compounded. The problem has compounded. Problem to aru bisam hoye ase. Kyo? Because countries like ours, we are mostly having poor people, or our countries are known as developing countries, of course, technically, but having large number of poverty-stricken people. So it is a great challenge. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of the people but of the planet. We have begun to take a holistic view of the very basis of our existence. It is our passport to the future. But now we have to think that simply we cannot think about human poverty. We have also to think about the planet, the earth, and its deterioration तार अवक्षयर सम्पर्कत आमी सचेतन हब लागिब आमी निजर पोवर्टीर कथा चिंता करिले अकले नहब सो वी हैव टू मेक सम बैलेंस between our own needs alleviating our poverty आमार दारिद्र्य दूरीकरण आरु पृथिवीर स्वास्थ्य এই দুইটার মাঝত আমাক এটা কম্প্রোমাইজ আনিব লাগিব so the emerging new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. It is a holistic view, an ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a dissociated collection of parts. So gradually people are becoming aware. People are thinking that we have to somewhere make a balance between our need and the health of our mother, that is the planet Earth. Industry has a most crucial role to play in this new era of responsibility. What a transformation would be effected if more businessmen shared the view of the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar. And he is telling that industry also should be responsible. Industry should respond to excuse me, to the growing need of this health of the planet. So he is telling that the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Woodland, who said in the early part of 90s, declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. Our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performance. তেওঁ নিজে কৈছিল যে মই এই কোম্পানীৰ মালিক হ'ব পাৰোঁ I may be the owner of this company but I am the chief environmental officer. I will see to it that our industry should be more responsible to environment or environment friendly. Nowadays, you know, industries are told to be more environment friendly or environment compliant. Pollution kam koribo lagibo. Water pollution, air pollution by the industry, they should be reduced. Wastage reduction should be followed. Ami bhal technology aru develop koribo lagibo. Gradually we have to improve our technology so that we can produce more things out of the limited resources, natural resources. And at the same time, we have to save the air, the water, the land and other resources. So the industry has to play a very significant role. Because you know, all of us, we know there was a concern in the last part of the 20th century that there was a ozone hole over Australia. Australia over air ozone hole hoise. Ozone hole hole ki hobo? Sunlight ro jitu harmful ray bilak, ultraviolet ray, they will come directly to the earth and they will destroy many forms of life. They will bring diseases and destruction. So industry has to be responsible. Most of the industries, they have to reshape them, they have to reinvent them with new technologies, with new ideas. Nowadays we are talking about electrical vehicles. Kyo na gadir pollution komabo lagibo. So industry has to be responsible. Population or pisot industry to hoise aru eta important guruttopurno point jitu ei prithibir jitu prakritik poribektoke বেছিকে নষ্ট কৰি আছে. So the industry also have to be responsible. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher during the years of her prime ministership, none has passed so decisively into the current coin of English usage as her felicitous words. No generation has a free hold on this earth. All we have is a life tenacy with a full repairing lease. And he is praising the Prime Minister of England in 20th century, Mrs. Margaret Thatcher. And Margaret Thatcher said one very interesting thing about man and nature relationship, man and his environment. He said that no generation has a free hold on this earth. আমি এই আর্থর মালিক নহু, উই আর জাস্ট দ্য টেনান্টস। আমি ইয়াতে মাত্র কিছু বছর কারণে আইসু, ভাড়াতে আইসু। সো উই হ্যাভ এ টেনান্সি উইথ এ ফুল ৰিপেয়াৰিং লিজ। আৰু আমি যেতিয়া এইটো ইয়াতে টেনান্ট হিচাপত আছোঁ, ভাড়াতীয়া হিচাপত আছোঁ, আমাৰ লিজটো কেনেকুৱা না, ইয়াক ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰি দি যাব। আমি যদি ঘৰৰ কিবা নষ্ট কৰোঁ তাক ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰি দি যাব লাগিব। চ' ইফ উই আৰ লিভিং হিয়ৰ ইন দিছ আৰ্থ, we should not destroy it. We are not the owner of it. We are not the boss of it, master of it. We are the tenants. If we have to use its resources, we have also to repair it. So we have a responsibility. So for the first time in 20th century, mankind felt responsible for the earth. And in the words of Mr. Lester Brown, we have not inherited this earth from our forefathers. We have borrowed it from our children. আৰু এজন গ্ৰেট ইণ্টেলেক্ট তেওঁ কৈছে কি না, আমি এই পৃথিৱীখন আমাৰ পূৰ্বপুৰুষৰ পৰা, আমাৰ দেউতাৰ পৰা আমি পোৱা নাই, অধিকাৰ সূত্ৰে পোৱা নাই। দিছ ইজ নট আৱাৰ ইনহেৰিটেড ল্যান্ড, ৰাদাৰ উই হেভ borrowed it from our children. আমাৰ ভৱিষ্যত প্ৰজন্মৰ পৰা আমি উধাৰ লৈছোঁ, আমি তেওঁলোকক ঘূৰাই দি যাব লাগিব। আমি যেনেকৈ পাইছোঁ তেনেকৈ ঘূৰাই দি যাব লাগিব, অৰ বেটাৰ দেন দেট। চ' উই হেভ এ ৰেছপনচিবিলিটি টুৱাৰ্ডছ দ্য এনভাইৰনমেণ্ট। উই শুড নট এক্সপ্লইট দ্য নেচাৰ, উই শুড নট বি গ্ৰিডি। Mahatma Gandhi said that it is man's greed which is affecting the environment and society more than human need. আমার আবশ্যকতা যিমান আছে তাতকে আমার লোভটোৱে বেছি। আৰু আমাৰ ব্যৱহাৰতকে আমি কি কৰিছোঁ না, আমাৰ ব্যৱহাৰত যদি আমি দায়িত্ব সম্পন্ন হওঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে এই পৃথিৱীখন ভাল হৈ থাকিব, পৰিৱেশটো ভাল হৈ থাকিব। When we are responsible, we will be taking care of this planet. So the planet is now ailing. আমার আর্থটো বেমাৰ অৱস্থাত আহিছে, আমি তাৰ যত্ন কৰিব লাগিব, আমি তাক তাৰ স্বাস্থ্য ঘূৰাই আনিব লাগিব, তাৰ সুস্বাস্থ্য ঘূৰাই আনিব লাগিব। So that is the argument of Nani Palkiwala. So we all should feel that we are living here and we are responsible for that. How much air we inhale, we don't have to pay for it. But if we go to the hospital, how much we pay for the oxygen cylinder? So like that, we have to be more sensible, we have to be more conscious. Then only we can have a better life on earth, and we can expect the future generation of ours will have a better life on earth. There are, from this topic we can have different questions. So those different questions we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.